Hey guys, it's John here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna review, or you could say, rate or roast your guitar tones. And this should be fun. So a couple days ago, I made a short video in which I asked you guys to drop some links to uncopyrighted guitar tones, not recorded with your phone or with a cam mic, properly recorded. And I'm gonna share my thoughts, and I haven't checked them out, so this is gonna be the first time that I listen to your riffs. And this should be fun and interesting, I hope. I don't want to make this video too long, so it's probably going to be impossible to do all the tones that you guys dropped here. But if this video is a success, I'll definitely do a follow-up, okay? Now quickly, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, as that really helps the channel out. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to support this channel, get one of my capture packs or IR packs in my web store, or get something in my affiliate links for Tomon or Sweetwater. All right, so I have the DAW loaded up with that video, with the comments, with your comments. I got 71 reactions. Not all of them have some riffs in there, but a lot of them do. So I'm going to scroll down all the way to the first comments. I'm going to start there, and we're going to see what you guys dropped. So, Metal Turtle. Let's see what this person has to offer. It's a track he did a few years ago. I'm curious what you think of my tone and what I should do for improvement. All right, let's take a listen. Let's go ahead. It's a cool, clean tone. Let me skip to the heavy stuff. Cool. It's a little bit old school. It's nice and thrashy, nice and articulate. It's a little bit on the raw side, but that also suits the music. Kind of reminds me of the more modern Metallica tone, let's say the Death Magnetic tone. So it's quite cool. So the tone by itself is good. It's good. Let me listen one more time. Yeah, it's a little bit raw in the upper mids. I'm gonna give it an 8. I don't know what you used there, but it's a good tone. It's a little bit thrashy and old school. I think this is a good case of a tone that could benefit from a little bit of a better mix, because the guitar tone itself is great, but the drums are a little bit too dry for my taste. But that's also just a taste thing. Anyway, well done. Let's go to the next tone. An 8 isn't bad. This is a short playthrough from my single Pyrogenesis that came out 2 years ago. This is the demo session from Konstantin Ranis. All right, let's give it a go. Let's take a listen. I love the guitar. You know, there's nothing wrong with this guitar tone. It sounds absolutely great. Let's take another listen. I mean, I can see that you're using a plugin, and there's nothing wrong with that. It misses a little bit of like the analog depth, but it's a great tone for a plugin. So let's give it an 8.5. Very solid metal tone right there. Great job. Let's go to the next tone. Well, my channel is all about guitar tones, so help yourself. All right, this is from YSAB Tones. I suck at the names, I'm sorry about that. Let's take a listen. Look, the tone is tight and articulate, and there's enough room for the other instruments. It's a solid tone, really, really nice. I like how the top end is nice and polished and the tightness, but I miss the bass guitar. So it's really hard to judge the tone of a guitar in a mix, but then without the bass guitar, if you know what I mean. With the bass guitar, they would sound much more massive. So they sound a little bit on the small side, but it's a great sort of bass tone, if you know what I mean. Not bass as in bass guitar, but as in bass, you know what I mean? So it's hard to judge. Let's do your other track and see if there's a bass guitar in there. Look, that's another solid guitar tone. It's a little bit small and a little bit to the back. I like tones that are a little bit more in your face. But again, I miss the bass guitar, so it's a little bit hard to judge. And because of that, I'm going to say 7.8. It's not bad, but play some bass guitar on there. It's going to sound much more massive. Great job. All right, let's do another one. BBWOS 666. Wings of Severance from Chicago, Mesa Mark V and PV Invective, both through the Invective 2x12 cab. Let me know what you think. All right, let's take a listen. Nice, I like it, I like it. It's nice and in your face, nice and crunchy and tight and articulate. Nothing wrong with that. That's a great guitar tone. I'm gonna give it a 9. Very nice. Very nice. All right, let's go to the next one. Mendel. Hi, John. This is a guitar tone that I really like. Could you tell me what you think? All right, let's take a listen, Mendel. That sucks. Next. I'm just kidding. No, that sounded awesome, of course. Use something else than an EVH for a change, though, man. You're addicted to that amplifier. 9.5. Great job. X-Take Rux. Rhythm guitars were recorded through the Detail VH2, Fractal X-Load, Bogren Digital, Bayer Dynamic IRs, etc. All right, let's take a listen. Let's see what this is about. I want to say a lot of you guys have great guitar tones, by the way. Great work. It's good. The playing is nice. The tone itself is a little bit raw. I like that it's kind of in your face, but there are some frequencies in the upper mids, I guess in the treble region, that are sticking out a little bit for my taste anyway. It's not bad. It reminds me a little bit of like Swedish death metal and stuff. The lead tone is very much like old school In Flames. It's far from bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a little bit, there's a little bit of a buzzy thing going on in the upper mids that I guess you could work on a little bit to make the sound a little bit more polished. And the playing is quite tight, but if the rhythm guitars are played a little bit more tight even, it would be even better. So let's say 7.7. Far from bad, but could use a little bit of work in terms of maybe like the IR that you're choosing there, or maybe turn down the presence a little bit. But great job. All right, let's go to the next one. Ronnie Webster. This is a song I've written. I used ML drums for the drums, ML block letter, Eminence DV77 Carnivore IRs, etc. Let's take a listen. Ronnie. It's a cool song, cool playing, but it's on the raw side. I'm noticing now that I'm doing this that I'm having a hard time like being brutally honest, because I think you guys are very cool and I really appreciate you guys. But at the same time, I want to be honest. The drums and stuff need work. Like the mix needs work and the guitars are very raw sounding. I can't really place the guitars, as in I don't think there's one on the right and one on the left. It sounds almost as if they're like in the middle or something. It's a little bit chaotic and a little bit too raw for my taste. So keep it up, but maybe, you know, check out some mixing tutorials and work on that guitar tone a little bit to make it sound a bit more thick. And yeah, those drums need some work. So, you know, good job, but keep at it. I'm going to say for the guitar tones, I'm not a huge fan, although I think that those ML plugins are great. I'm going to say for the guitar tones, a 5. I'm sorry. But keep up the great work. All right, next one. Okay, Dead Whip. Let's check out how that sounds. Yeah, so I guess this is a bit more stoner and doom-ish. Can't even talk. Let's take another listen. I mean, I guess for that genre, those guitars sound pretty good. I mean, there's a good definition between the two. There's a good sizzle. The drums are a little bit vintagey, if you know what I mean. And, you know, this is not about the drums, but the drums and all the other instruments definitely have an impact on how the guitars sound. That's probably an important takeaway, but it probably fits this genre really well. Let's take one final listen. I mean, that's just very doomy. So I guess for that genre, it's pretty good. For my taste, it's not really my thing, but not bad. Let's say 7.8. Great job. Okay, let's do a couple more. Gravel Rocks 5588. 2 guitars, 2 different amps on our album. You might guess one of the tones, but you definitely will not guess the second one. All right, let's give this a go. Oh, okay. Let's just do one track. It's cool. Can I guess the amp? I don't know.
Just turning away. Yeah.
Is it a rectifier? I mean, it's not a bad guitar tone, but it sounds, it could be a little bit more professionally mixed. The guitars sound a little bit narrow, if you know what I mean.
Circles on your wheel.
Yeah, like the miking and stuff could be a little bit better. So it's a bit raw. and demo-y, if you know what I mean. Playing is good. Let's go to the next track. I mean, it's not bad, but it could work. It could use some mix work, if you know what I mean. So let's say 7.5. You know, maybe the mix engineer could, you know, work on the mixes a little bit the next time, because they could be a bit more professional, if you know what I mean. But not bad. The guitars are just a little bit narrow sounding, a little bit raw, but they have a lot of definition, so that is great. I don't know what amp you use though. Okay, let's do one final tone, and then hopefully I'll do another one if you guys are watching this one. Sionis 6222. Hello, this is one of my songs that I put out a while ago. Let's take a listen. Sionis, I guess. That is far from bad. The drums are a little bit too upfront, if you ask me. The mix could be, you know, a little bit more compact. And I'm missing some low end in there from the bass. The guitars sound good. They're a little bit raw. I'm missing a bit of depth and warmth in the guitars. They're articulate and tight and clear, but I'm missing a bit of that warmth. It kind of sounds like an amp modeler. I don't know what you used. Not a bad job, great playing, but it could use a little bit of depth and thickness, the mix overall, and the guitars as well, for my taste anyway. But other than that, great job. I'm gonna give this tone a, let's take one more listen. This could be an X-Effects or something. Let's say for the guitar tones, a 7.8. Not bad, but could be better. All right, so that was this episode. Maybe I was too kind. I don't know. This is new to me. Let me know how I should, you know, do this. Should I be more brutal? I'm trying to be nice to you guys, okay? You're doing your best, and you're doing your best writing all these songs and creating all these tones, and I don't want to be an a-hole about it. But I enjoyed this. I thought this was fun. So let me know if I did well in the comments. And for the next one, I'll do the other ones. And be sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment, get some engagement going, so that it's worth it for me to do another one. And again, if you want to support this channel, you can get something in my web store or at my affiliate links. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers.